Respiratory illnesses surging across the U.S., Ohio becoming the first state in the U.S. to report an uptick in pediatric pneumonia. For more on this and the respiratory surge in China, let's bring in Dr. Kavita Patel, a professor of medicine at Stanford University and a contributor with NBC News and MSNBC. Thanks for joining us. I'm just trying to figure out, Doctor, whether this is truly different or whether we're all just much more in tune with these type of things following the pandemic, because there's an RSV season every year, I think, and there's companies that have been working on RSV vaccines from long before COVID and the pandemic. So we've seen this before. Is this different? Is this worse?
Yeah, Joe, so what's unfolding in the United States, I don't think is much worse. We, of course, have to monitor it. I'm sure we're going to hear about cases of kind of overcrowded pediatric emergency rooms around the country. And we know that it's not from a novel virus or some version of COVID that should scare the world. It's really from kind of the mix of respiratory viruses, things we're getting used to. And you're right, Joe, this is kind of a calibration of what had come out of the pandemic. Remember, a year ago, we had the triple-demic with all of these viruses kind of syncing at the same time because of the way the viruses just unfolded across the country. And we're seeing a little bit of that now. It's just a little bit less than we had a year ago. Remember, about a year ago, we had the American Academy of Pediatrics send a letter urging for the country to do something because the entire country was overwhelmed. Hear what we're seeing in Ohio. I'm sure we'll see in other states, but not at that kind of simultaneous emergency crisis we saw a year ago.
I have mixed feelings about, following the pandemic, how we view these things, Doctor. When I heard about the H1N1, in the past, before COVID, we had seen swine flu, we had seen bird flu, we had seen SARS, and nothing ever turned into a pandemic. Now we know that it can happen. So now when I see H1N1, it's like, oh my God, could that be the next one? Are we overly paranoid about it happening again, or justly worried about a repeat?
I mean, I'm coming from a public health kind of scientific perspective. I think we're just enough worried, and maybe we need to do a little bit more on surveillance on the swine flu piece, especially in the UK. That was the first time they had seen kind of an unusual case of transmission, something where they couldn't, Joe, find the kind of precise kind of vector of that transmission. Normally it is from an animal to a human, and that doesn't raise much suspicion. But in this case, there was really no known kind of reason for that case. And that triggers, I think, a lot of just worrying around public health surveillance. We just need to watch and see what else is happening. And we have those mechanisms in place. In the United States, we actually had a similar case earlier this year in August. So all the things that kind of heighten our awareness in the media, the public health community has been doing this for years. I think now we just need to be aware that this, as you mentioned, can lead to epidemics, to even potentially pandemics. But we've come a long way, Joe, with COVID and wastewater surveillance. We now have kind of a global level of monitoring that didn't even exist even 2 years ago. So it's just to worry about it, but we should also be appropriately responsive, which is what the UK, which is what the World Health Organization are doing in China, UK, and in the United States.
We're out of time, but I was going to ask you about China, whether it really is a sort of immune, a population that hasn't seen things in a while because it's been closed down, and maybe that's what it is. And I was also going to ask you whether, is that lab still open? Are there labs around the world we need to worry about in terms of safety protocols? And I mean, not to say that we definitively know that that was responsible, but I would hope that people were in P4 type containment settings at this point on any of this stuff, Doctor, or maybe, right? Yeah,
that's what we have had that as our working assumption, but as Ronald Reagan said, trust but verify, Joe. But yes, this is, hopefully all seasonal normal viruses. China's just seeing that kind of in that spate of patterns that we saw previously.